Hey, what's up? Welcome to Degen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN, or coin. And so I'm excited to be going over this chart because they've got earnings coming up on Thursday, February 15th, after hours, and that is going to be happening at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, and I will be streaming it. So make sure you tune into that. I'll be going over the chart as well as, just listening to the call. And so I will be starting that at 5:15 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. It should be a lot of fun. So make sure you join. But anyways, back to the chart. We can see that Coinbase closed on the day, Tuesday, February 13th, at a price of $140.39, being down almost 5% on the day, which was overall a red day for the market. So not too surprising there. And so just looking here, big picture, I just wanted to point out a couple levels here before zooming in onto the current price action. And so one of those levels is this yellow line at a price of $132, and then also this orange line at $111. And so you can see the yellow line is based on this pivot high here, and this orange line is based on the top here as well as resistance over here. And so it's quite possible we could be revisiting those levels, but I don't think it's likely. I just wanted to point them out for when zooming in on the chart over here. And so from this, you can see that I've done this Fibonacci retracement from the low on October 27th. And that actually corresponds with a low of, I believe, the S&P 500 before a move up. So I think that's pretty interesting. And so we can see that price has gone up a lot and that we have tested some of these levels. One level that we recently tested was the 618 at a price of $115.10. So did get a pierce of that on February 7th before this rally up, coinciding with Bitcoin, I would imagine. Does make sense. And we did break past the 50% retracement. However, it does look like we got some resistance at the 382 at a price of $142.71. Does seem like price could be pulling back to that 50% level at $128.91. And that does, coincide with this yellow line that I previously pointed out, as well as this little bit of a volume shelf. And actually, if I do zoom out a little bit, I believe that shelf can be more pronounced or lined up better with that level. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, right there, actually, that looks really good. Lined up with that yellow line at 132 and that 50% retracement. So I do think that's a level to pay attention to. Ideally, we are able to hold above 132 before earnings, but really ideally, we're able to get a couple closes over the next 2 days above this 382 retracement, what recently served as resistance. If we could reclaim that as support, I think that would be great. And I'm going to do one more retracement, but there's just one thing I did want to point out before doing that. You might be wondering, why do I have this trend line here? And so that is because I believe in a previous video, I had suggested this could potentially be a head and shoulders pattern. And so if we do a measurement of that, taking from the top here to the neckline, I just think this is pretty interesting. We got that measurement. It goes down about $42. And if we take that from the break of the neckline over here, that does look like it coincides pretty well with the drop that we did see. I think that's a pretty cool measurement there. And that we did just recently see that bearish move play out. It does look like maybe we got a double bottom around here, testing that 618 as support. I do think the stock is looking pretty strong following that drop. And also with Bitcoin being near 50K, if Bitcoin's rallying the next couple days, I think Coinbase could also be too, and that could set it up for a pretty nice move upwards following earnings. But, again, I do want to caution about this 132. If Bitcoin does start to drop, could show weakness in Coinbase, so do consider that. But anyways, I'm just going to do this other retracement here based on the low of $114.51 here, going up to the top here at $150 $1.35. All right. So now that we got that there locked into place, and I'm going to make it yellow so it stands out. Actually, I'm going to make it orange so it stands out. And so here from that, we can see that that yellow line at $132 coincides pretty nicely with the 50% retracement at $132.43. So do keep that in mind. But, I do think it is good that we are above the 382 at a price of $136.66. So ideally, over the next 2 days, we're able to close above that level if we cannot claim this 382 that's white at $142.71. If we can't claim that, I think this level, 136.66, is going to be pretty key in order for us to hold that the next 2 days and then get a rally following earnings. And if we were to get a rally following earnings, I do think that if we got up to this level from the retracement here at a price of $159.79, I do think that if we get up to that level, since it doesn't look like we have much price action above there, I do think the stock price could rally pretty high, possibly going all the way back up to $187.39, the high here before we saw this drop off. And that could coincide with retesting this neckline, but rather than as support over here that broke, that could potentially be resistance. And so following earnings, that would be on the 15th. And then the day after, the 16th, that's when we would really see the price action on the chart. Price could be going up to around $181 where the cursor is before it bumps into that uptrend. So I do think there's a lot of potential for a 40% move to the upside rather than a 40% move to the downside. So I'm feeling pretty good about it, but at the same time, I don't have a position in it. I'm just here to enjoy watching the volatility and support you guys in tuning in to the stream. So make sure you do that, and make sure you like the video if it was helpful for you, and share your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.